47 coming back to the line to finish his qualifying effort. 54.374 puts him in 7th. Mikey in the Golden Eagle truck. Should be our last qualifiers. Davis is not out on track. 14 trucks. Hopefully they don't go too crazy. Back out of turn 4, heading back to start finish. But first we have the tri-oval to contend with. He'll get down on the flat. He's going to be very close to making this. And he didn't make it. Mike Edwards will start 14th. So he did not make it back to the start finish line in time. Well, all right. 14 trucks. Week 14. The Golden Eagle Syrup Superspeedway Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing League. Check them all out at dgsracing.com or at our Discord, discord.gg/Sidewinder. We'll run through our starting lineup once they all get out there, but let's talk to Ethan here real quick. 8th and DG, got a copy.
Hello.
Hello. We went out there and everyone thought Trenton was getting the pole, then Lucas beat him, then Blake beat Lucas, then you beat Blake. What the hell? How did you pull off a lap that fast?
I just held a steady wheel, you know, going around.
Doing them circles real good like.
Yeah, held the bottom.
Well, congrats on your pole in the Bud 8 Chevrolet. That has to feel pretty good for you. You got, I don't know, your friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for a pole position.
Shout out to that there Budweiser on the number 8 car there.
And not a car.
Trenton drinks a lot of them. Truck, whatever the fuck you want to call this piece of trash.
He's drinking apples. Trenton is.
Oh, well, maybe he'll be able to drink a lot of them.
Yeah.
He's already got the chip
locked Bush up. Like apple or what? Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much got it locked up. Well, all right. Congrats on the pole. What do you think about trying to stay up here for 60 laps? Think you got 2 pit stops coming, around 25 laps on the tank?
Oh, I'm not staying up here. I might drop immediately, actually.
Interesting. Going to go to the back, try to save your race truck till the end. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see how it plays out.
All right, appreciate it.
Well, there you go. Run through our starting lineups presented by our friends at the Wanagoons. So the field starts to roll here. They'll make their parade lap as Ethan is ready to go. Everyone else not so much. Ethan Evers is your pole sitter in the Budweiser number 8 truck. Then you have the 16 of Blake Giglio starting in second. Hendrick Cars Chevrolet. Lucas Heusman, 712 brake Chevy, starts in the 3rd spot. Trenton Sneed Tombstone Game Farm Chevrolet starts in 4th. I don't know why I'm saying Chevrolet because it's the only thing you can enter this race in. But you know, Cliff Mullins, the Curly's Guns and More Chevrolet starts in the 5th spot. Dave Hoyts with a 712 brake Chevy, number 79, starts in 6th. You have Dalton Hayes in the Tide Chevy starting in the 7th spot. Andrew Beach, Side Pipes Automotive Chevrolet, starts in 8th spot. Daniel Llewellyn, you got the old Dale Goodrich Chevrolet starting in the 9th spot. TJ Floyd, the Gatorade Chevy, starts in 10th. Jake Lawrence has the Sharpie Chevy in 11th. Jeremy Scheer. This guy is number 15 Chevrolet starting in 12th. Davis Greenwell not out on track. Mike Edwards, the Golden Eagle Chevy. So he'll start technically 13th as Davis Greenwell not on the racing surface. Well, all right. That'll do it for our Wanagoons starting lineup. Thanks to our friends at the Wanagoons for sponsoring our starting lineups all season long. All year long, in fact. Ethan Evers, Blake Giglio, Lucas Heusman, your top 3. You see Blake and Lucas rubbing doors a little bit there. Lucas said he is going to bail out of here to go to his Indy 500 attempt. We'll be attempting that tomorrow if you want to come by stream, 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central. Be running that time slot on Saturday. Should be fun. Pace car's heading off, 60 laps to go. Field rolls through the tri-oval. Start finishes at the exit of the tri-oval, so they have to roll all the way through at pace speed. Wait for the green flag to be displayed, and there it is. Green flag out in the air. Ethan Evers and Blake Giglio going to lead the field down towards turn number 1. Ethan Evers leading them with Lucas Hoytsma's push. Top two get clear of the field. Cliff Mullins trying to follow along. Dalton Hayes wants to go to the tail. Not many trucks, so I don't know what good going to the tail is going to do. Someone disappeared up there on the top side. It might have been a 15. He has reappeared. Lucas Hoytsma going to the point. Drops down in front of Ethan Evers. Blake Giglio ahead of Trenton Sneed on the top side. Up there with Dave Hoytsma, and I believe that's Andrew Beach. Beach will go all the way to the outside. TJ Floyd stays to the inside. Beach drops to the tail of the field. Looks like Blake Giglio leads lap number 1. Trenton goes up behind him to second. Leaves Dave Hoytsma leading that outside line. Pre-race we were told it's about 25 laps on a fuel tank. Ooh, they're bumping and banging on that outside line, and there are some sketchy, barely clear moments there. A lot of beating and banging. Fortunately, no one crashed. Oh, Blake moves up in front of Lucas on a late block, and Lucas gets him in the right rear.
Listen, guys. Could we fucking not?
My bad there. I got a little vibration on the right front.
Yeah.
I'll hold you, honey buns. It'll be okay.
Cut the fucking vibrator off there, Blake. You better. I'm gonna hold you to that, Jake.
But Casey's making that much kind of larger.
But that's why he's been wrecking at all the super speedways lately.
It's Blake and Lucas on the front row. Trenton and Daddy Dave are row number 2. Ethan Evers, TJ Floyd, row 3. Cliff Mullins and Jake Lawrence, row 4. Everyone's still in the lead draft as Dalton Hayes, Mike Edwards hang on to the back of the draft. Jeremy Scherer, the black and blue truck, looking at that
Daniel,
third lane.
I saw Lucas up there and I thought they were gonna wreck.
You were just being a big wuss.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wreck my teammate.
Screw that guy.
That guy knows where I live, so I'm good.
I might not have been clear on that one, guys. I'm sorry.
Four laps complete. Lucas Hoytsma out in front. TJ Floyd now leading that outside lane. Push from Jake Lawrence, Jeremy Scherer, Cliff Mullins as Cliff's gone to the top side. Daniel Wallen's moved up to the high line as well, starting to close in on the back bumper of Mullins. Floyd gets clear. Is he going to come down in front of Lucas? He does. Lawrence leads the outside line, and Blake Giglio goes back up in front of Daniel. Then Daniel goes to the bottom. Blake cuts him off, goes back to the bottom. Cliff Mullins trying to get back in front of 16 at Giglio. Now it just leaves the 68 and the 15 out there. Now Lucas side drafting Giglio, trying to pull him back. And at the line, it is Lucas by 1/100th of a second. That'll be a really good finish. Jeremy Scherer gets shuffled out in the 15, goes to the high side. Daniel Wallen moves low, then high. Woof! Cuts her right across the nose of Scherer. Now we're 3 wide. Took him longer than I thought it would. TJ Floyd at the bottom. Hoytsma with Lawrence in the middle. Giglio and Wallen up high. Guys like Trenton and further back all probably wondering, what the hell, why are we 3 wide this early? Jake Lawrence now gets shuffled out by himself. Jake got no help. As Lucas and Blake go to the front, Daniel Llewellyn pull through the third. Oh, he turns down across TJ Floyd. Daniel Llewellyn spins out, gets collected by Trenton Sneed. First caution is out.
Yeah, you definitely weren't clear. Apologies there.
No shit. I thought I was.
Definitely was not.
Y'all would ruin a fucking damn race, wouldn't you?
Turned right across TJ Floyd's nose.
A 23 car, I don't think you were clear there.
Wasn't even close to clear.
Yep, after that, Paul.
You kind of gave me a jump scare, honestly. I didn't think you were coming down. Next thing you know, it was like, boom, Dale. I was like, oh my god, I just did that.
Boom, Dale. Boom, Dale. This is not applying. There it goes. He's being a pain. So Daniel is junk. Trenton's got a lot of damage, but Daniel's meatballed. Trenton is not, at least. Dalton and Mikey seem to have made it through clean. Beach looks alright. Evers has right front damage. Let's see what else we can see. Lucas is spinning. Lucas is doing the Davis Greenwell down the backstretch. Blake's clean. TJ's clean. Dave looks fine. Here comes Lucas back.
Alright, noted these cars aren't very good at doing 360s. Sorry about that.
Jake Lawrence. Cliff said thanks for ruining my race, but he doesn't look torn up. Let's see damage to this car. Don't know what he was all unhappy about. Or they come to the pit lane. I'm sure everyone will take at least a full tank of fuel. Piles up in the pit lane. We'll keep an eye on the timing and scoring, see what everyone does here. Looks like Jake Lawrence down and away. Fuel only for the 68 truck. Everybody else taking a set of tires at minimum. Giglio took tires. Lucas took tires in third. Mullins tires in fourth. Scherer tires in fifth. Hayes tires in sixth. Llewellyn tires in a fast repair in seventh. He had that meatball. Dalton Hayes in the 7th spot. Tires and back out. Ethan Evers taking damage repair, as well as Trenton C, Dave Hoytsman, Andrew Beach, TJ Floyd, and Mike Edwards. So all those trucks, I guess, picking up some sort of damage. Let's look at the camera shots here. You see the damage on the 8 truck. Right front pushed in pretty heavily. Trenton's truck beat all to hell. And both front fenders pushed in on the 81 truck. Beach looks fine. Maybe he's just waiting for Trenton.
Alright guys, can we actually get our shit together here?
Trenton's crew got that left front pulled out.
We haven't caused any issues. We're fine.
I mean, you wouldn't be doing that in a race that you were running for the championship for, but since you don't really care.
There's no championship for.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you fucking moron.
Wow. Daniel.
Alright, well, have fun, Dalton.
And Dalton makes Lucas leave. Jake's going to come back down the pit lane, as is Blake. Jeremy Scherer on the pit lane, Daniel Wallen, Mike Edwards. Only trucks that didn't come down, Cliff Mullins and Dave Hoytsma. Ethan's coming back around to catch up, as is Trenton and Beach. All these trucks topping off the fuel tank from 3rd to 8th. Points update. It's in Discord. Trenton is pretty much going to win the championship. Be very difficult for him not to. He'd need a ton of people to show up next week, and he would have to finish last. Here's your point standings.
David.
Pace cars pulling off. We're getting back to the racing action here. 10 laps complete, 50 to go. All the trucks that tops off lining up on the inside line. See some rear end damage on that 79 truck. He fixed 51 seconds of damage. Still has that dent. Looks like he backed into a light pole. Green flag back out in the air. Cliff Mullins, Dave Hoytsma leading the field. Ethan Evers has that right front damage. Wallen took the fast fare because of the meatball. No one else took theirs. Everyone else just pulled the damage out, tried to pull the fenders out and get clearance. Ethan Evers going to want to keep that truck tucked down in line. That right front beat up like it is. You are welcome, Nia. You'll get single files to come back to complete lap 11. Still 12 trucks in the running and all in the draft on the lead lap. Davis Greenwell's team didn't get that truck out on the racetrack. And Lucas Weitzman's team has decided to retire the 97. See a bit of a gap developing between Ethan Evers and Jeremy Scherer. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Always worry about that damage creating separation. Seems like they're alright. Push that 8 truck back up to Jeremy Scherer's back tailgate. After that wreck, we'll probably make some laps. Cliff and Blake move up off the bottom as Cliff wants to get the angle into the corner. Blake on the apron a little bit. Mikey goes to the top. There's no help. He's trying to go around TJ Floyd, who's got a beat up Gatorade truck. Mikey has helps. TJ moves up there. Blake moves up. Trenton currently riding in 10th. Points leader coming in. Sure, he'll try to make a move for some stage points a little later on. Mike Edwards trying to move to the front. Pushing on the back bumper of Blake Giglio. TJ Floyd's up there with him. See the inside bobbing and weaving. Oh, Blake gets big out of shape there. Back in dancing around off the bumper from Mike Edwards. TJ Floyd just can't keep pace. That Gatorade truck not able to stay up there with him. Daddy Dave's going to move up there. Mikey trying all he can to push that 16 to Giglio. Daddy Dave's lined up with him now. Outside starting to build momentum. It's going to be close at the line. Blake has him by a nose. Blake leads that lap from the outside lane. And he'll get clear, drop down in front of Cliff Mullins. That leaves Mikey and Dave at the top side. Now Blake coming back up. He gets a hit from Mikey and knocks him sideways. Then Mikey gets out of shape and get back in line.
I didn't want to leave you up here.
This is a very tight squeeze. Blake squeezing back up in front of Edwards, and Edwards giving him quite a shot. Mullins will lead that lap.
I'm out.
I think he needs to cool off that 14 truck, so he'll be moving down to try and not block up his air behind the 16. TJ Floyd moves to the bottom behind Ethan Evers. Jake Lawrence taking over second. Leaves Jeremy Scherer, Blake Giglio side by side for third. Oh my gosh. 16 truck's been so sideways. These pushes from Mike Edwards. By the standings, Trenton had a 42-point lead over TJ Floyd, 43 over Edwards, and 45 over Dalton Hayes. Those are the three trucks desperately trying to catch up. I think everyone else is pretty much out of it. Giglio and Mikey and Dave all get clear of Cliff. Drop down in front of him. Leaves Dalton Hayes by himself on the top line. Jake Lawrence wants to move out there and work with Dalton. TJ Floyd's going to jump out there. Blake Giglio at the line, leading Mike Edwards, Dave Hoytsma, Cliff Mullins, Jake Lawrence. Those 5 trucks single file. Side by side it is Scherer and Dalton Hayes for the 6th spot. Trucks underlined in yellow are playoff contenders. Next to last race of the season. Third of the way through as we work lap 20. 10 laps till halfway. Mullins moves high trying to pick up Dalton. Cliff gonna go way to the top, trying to shuffle out Giglio. Dalton does not go with his teammate. Instead lines up with Blake Giglio. Dalton gonna bail on his teammate Mullins and push Giglio instead. TJ Floyd lets Cliff Mullins down. Cliff tried to shuffle Blake out and Dalton did not think that was a good idea. Dave Hoytsma up in front of Blake. Mikey has his 10-tenths teammates behind him, Jake Lawrence and 15 of Scherer. They run now, Mikey would pick up 7 points over Trenton. If this were to end the halfway stage. Oh, Dave gets out of shape, heads up to the outside wall, bounces off of it, keeps it straight. I think he's going to lose the draft, but stay green.
About absolutely killed you there, Beach.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought they were going to wreck.
That's all good. I'm going to lose the draft. I've got a weird bad contact. Someone ran into me, and I can't stay with the draft unless someone's behind me. So
TJ Floyd and Dave Hoytsma both
I might
dropping
just be
back
better
out of
off
the pack.
quitting at this point because I'm probably going to lose it.
From Scherer. Oh,
Shit,
Beach
dude,
gets
they're
turned
down.
by Daniel.
Sorry about that, Andrew. Goddamn.
Well, losing trucks in the lead draft. Down to 8.
Better hold on to your fucking ass. We got time to make up.
Blake gets shuffled out. 16 goes to the tail of the line, down to 8. Jake Lawrence leads Mike Edwards. Jeremy Scherer's 10-tenths, 1, 2, 3. We have Ethan Evers. Dalton Hayes, Cliff Mullins, Trenton Sneed. Blake Giglio in your top 8. Closing in on halfway, just 5.5 left to get there. Blake trying to get some momentum on the outside. Nobody wants to jump up there. He's still past Trenton and working on Mullins. Big launch goes to the top side. Ethan Evers has damage on the right side of that truck. Has to keep it in the line in draft or he will drop like a rock. Now Dalton's clear of that outside line. Will he move up? Going to complete lap 26. 4 laps till we give out those halfway points. Dalton Hayes, Cliff Mullins move up to that top side. Dalton, another one that needs to gain points on Trenton. He's in that top 4. He'll move down. Cliff kind of half moved down, didn't quite do it quick enough. He goes up in front of Cliff to get the run. Cliff Mullins pushing Mike Edwards past his teammate, Dalton Hayes. And Mikey able to clear back down in front of Dalton. Takes the lead of the inside line. Now Cliff leads the outside with Lawrence. Wallen Beach losing ground. 2 laps to go till the end of halfway. Points going out to the top 10. These points, of course, shake up the standings. Cliff dropped back enough where Dalton could pop out if he wanted to. He's going to, and Cliff does go with him. Thought like he might go to the outside for a minute. 1 lap so we give away the points. Dalton Hayes is your leader over Cliff Mullins and Mike Edwards. Here comes Trenton up in the picture to minimize the damage. He's up to 5th. The guys ahead of him just won't gain that many points. Mikey's going to go to the top and try to get a run. Jeremy Shear all the way to the top. Looks like Dalton will have the advantage at the line. The scoreboard update there. Dalton Hayes gets the 10 points. Mike Edwards 9, Ethan Evers 8, Cliff Mullins 7, Trenton Sneed 6. So Dalton only gains 4 points. Mikey gains 3. Trenton minimized the damages that could be in there.
Sucks.
PJ gets no points. I'm sure that's what he is unhappy about. TJ was second, 42 points behind. So with the points picked up there, it should have Mike Edwards and Dalton Hayes ahead of TJ Floyd now. We'll be looking at pit stops here shortly. 25 laps was the advertised fuel tank. A lot of them on 23 and 24 now. The top 8 trucks still nose to tail. There's the Wallen and Beach. Beach getting a breather on the nose there down the backstretch. TJ Floyd all by himself in 11th. Dave Hoisman in 12th. Those trucks needing their fast repairs. We are green, riding single file, getting ready for pit stops. On board with the 37 of Cliff Mullins, riding 8th, last truck in line. Here, lifting out of it to stay back there in his last place in line. It seems pretty safe back here. Let's not do something reckless like try to pass. On board the share truck, looking up
Daniel,
ahead.
I'm
Blake?
coming in on 35 to 36.
Yeah, me too.
That's a lot coming in.
Taking left and full fuel. Do that, stay with me. Maybe they'll fucking wreck.
Going in now?
No. Next time.
The pit strategy is being discussed over the radio. Most of it being this chase pack. These guys lost the draft, been trying to catch back up ever since. Top 8 trucks still all working together. That Giglio popping out the outside line for a moment, then clears it. Hey, Scott. Indy 500 tonight, so small fields, but it's been going fine.
81, pitting it.
Points leader, 5th place, 81. Bringing Dalton Hayes, Ethan Evers, and Cliff Mullins down. Other 4 trucks all stay out. Looks like everyone got on pit lane clean. Llewellyn and Beach are coming down. They got on pit lane clean. Leaves the top floor and TJ Floyd still to pit. Sure we'll see
4-3 putting.
fast repairs for the trucks that are broken, like Ethan Evers.
Yep.
It's top 4 coming down. Ethan did indeed take that fast repair, so the 8 truck will be all fixed up on that right front. Here comes Falcon number 2. See TJ Floyd down the pit lane ahead of them, so all of them on the pit lane. Lawrence eased into his box. These four all leave pretty well together. How will they catch up? There they are on the apron up ahead. Definitely not up to speed yet.
Good stop, boys.
Dalton already moving up. I would have used the draft a little bit more. Four truck pack becomes an 8 truck pack as they get back together again. So good pit stops by all 8 trucks. Able to keep the top 8 packed together. Llewellyn and Beach lost about 3 seconds from their little group. TJ Floyd trying to hang on to the tail end of the lead lap. So we're all done with that pit cycle. 23 to go. Should be able to get to the end. We'll see. Could be close. There's Beach and Llewellyn. Llewellyn's turn to push, and they are losing ground steadily with Llewellyn pushing. Hayes clears and gets down to the bottom in front of Blake Giglio. The Nevers leads the outside in the Bud 8. Cliff Mullins and Trenton up there working together. You see him catching TJ Floyd. Floyd did take his fast repair on his pit stop, but too little too late. They're Beach telling Daniel to switch. He realizes they're losing so much time with Daniel pushing.
My bad.
Lead pack's catching TJ Floyd. That's our next opportunity for something interesting to happen. Dave Hoytsma did retire from the race, so the Hoytsmans will be 12th and 13th. TJ's going to the top, it looks like. TJ becomes the only truck 1 lap down. TJ drops down to hang on to the draft as Dalton Hayes leads. Cliff got a little warm there. He stuck that nose out in the middle of the corner. Oof. Cliff got Ethan a bit out of shape. Bud 8 truck swerving every which way up through the turns 3 and 4. And Blake getting clear. Dalton, he'll move up in front of Ethan. Leaves Jake to push Dalton. Blake leading the outside line with Ethan Evers in the Bud 8 pushing. Blake gets clear, drops down in front of Dalton, and it's back to the 8 and 37 pushing on the outside line. He's nice and I don't want to say calm, but orderly, maybe? That's a good way to say it. They're not very calm, but they are orderly. They're giving Arena Gathering these pushes to get people a little out of shape. Beach pushing Llewellyn, they're not hemorrhaging as much time. Still losing a little ground. Trying to stay on lead lap in case a caution comes out.
I'm sorry, my tires are just shot.
I used to hear about tires on the Superspeedway, but there you go. Blake says his tires in that 16 truck are shot. Link out of the 37. We've been having storms in Virginia. Maybe that's part of it. Oof, Ethan bouncing off of Dalton Hayes there. A little less orderly. Another wiggle out of the 8 after a push from the 81. They have switched that second truck in line on the outside line. Trenton now up there giving Ethan the push as Cliff falling to the tail of that outside lane. Coming around to complete lap 45. 15 to go. Blake gets himself another lap led. Nevers, our playoff contenders, Dalton Hayes, Trenton Steed, all in the playoffs. Ethan probably a little too far back to do much, but he is in there. Really, it's a race between TJ Floyd, Dalton Hayes, Trenton Sneed, and Mike Edwards. Feels like everyone else is mathematically eliminated. Evers leads that lap. Inside lane getting Dalton Hayes ahead of Evers. Let's see if they can come back through the Trioval. They do. Just about halfway up a Giglio's truck. "13 laps to go from Talladega. They should be done pitting." Should being the keyword. Should be done bidding. Eight trucks still in this lead draft. Llewellyn and Beach still in the lead lap. TJ Floyd's gone one lap down, hanging on the back of this pack. Small field like tonight, it is hard to get a whole lot of action going to try and bring out a caution. The one we did see so far, Daniel Llewellyn cleared himself across the nose of TJ Floyd. Is Giglio out front. Ethan Evers, Dalton Hayes, Trenton Sneed, Jake Lawrence, Cliff Mullins, and Mike Edwards, Jeremy Scher moved up to the top. Lead from Scher and 11 laps to go. Dave Floyd watching the whole pack in front of him. Ethan Evers has been able to clear to the inside in front of Blake Giglio, and that leaves Trenton and Cliff on the outside lane. Like Blake's going to move up in front of Trenton. Got to slow down the inside lane enough that Blake will probably drop right back down in front of the inside. There he goes.
One of y'all fuck up.
Beach back in 10th. Begging for a yellow. Mike Edwards, we're going 3 wide. Why not? Here comes the outside line. Edwards with Jake Lawrence clears everybody. Leaves Scher and TJ Floyd at the top. And they drop back down to the pack.
Sorry, Jeremy. Cliff started blinking and I didn't want to cause a red.
Oh, you're good. Thank you, sir. That's what I meant completely.
So Edwards and Jake Lawrence able to drive to the front. Blake Giglio now up in front of Trenton Sneed. He wants his lead back. Blake has it clear. He'll move down in front of Edwards. Trent leads the outside. Giglio leading inside. Back the stripe, and it is 8 to go from Talladega. Pick your numbers in chat. Who do you think is going to win? Trenton takes the race lead from the high side with a push from teammate Cliff Mullins, Dalton Hayes, Ethan Evers all lined up there. Inside lane, it's Giglio, Edwards, and Lawrence. Jake ducks below the line to get some air on the nose. Edwards bails off that bottom lane, jumps up to the top side in front of Trenton. I'll slow Blake down. Mike getting the run that Blake's been using tonight as second truck hops out of line. Jake Lawrence got to Blake pretty quick. Mikey's still able to clear down to the bottom in front of Blake Giglio. Mike watched Blake do that a number of times. Mikey went to school and gave it right back to Blake. Into turn 3 they go. Lap 54 of 60. Blake just about has Trenton cleared, and he'll use it. Comes out of turn number 4, jumps up in front of that outside line. Jake will do the best he can to close up the Mikey. Try to prevent Blake from dropping down in front of him again. And Trenton pushing the hell out of Blake. Blake does not have him clear into 1 and 2. Now Blake leading the outside lane as Jake Lawrence is clear of the outside. He'll move up in front of 16 Giglio. Blake looking to go 3 wide there. Door was open.
He jumped up in front of me, Blake. Sorry. You're good.
Almost had that wreck they were looking for.
Come on, guys, wreck.
Out of the tri-oval, it is 5 laps to go from Talladega. Next to last race of the season. Oh, 15 Jeremy Sherry gets turned across into Jake Lawrence. They're crashed to the outside wall, and there is our second caution. All that work Llewellyn and Beach put in suddenly pays off as they get the catch
all
up.
them different lines. We were getting pretty fast.
Lawrence's truck is meatballed.
It's on me, Jeremy. I'm sorry.
Colton got out of line and then collects the right rear of Jeremy Shearer, turns him up into the outside lane. Jake Lawrence just an innocent bystander here, getting pushed by Blake.
I wouldn't give him that final little shove and then let off to go in outside or inside to get a little air. And
Yeah, I'll take blame for that one.
Lawrence's truck does have a quick repair, so he has that backup truck he can jump into, which he will need to do with that meatball. Trenton is your leader. And Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers, Cliff Mullins, and Dalton Hayes, Blake Giglio, Jeremy Shearer. Shearer's truck damaged and all that. TJ Floyd, I believe, missed everything. Should get his lucky dog here. And we're setting up for green-white checker. A lot of these guys will probably have to top off the tank. I'm sure we'll see everybody pit. We'll see if they take tires or not. Edwards going to stay out. He thinks he has enough fuel even for a green-white checker. Nobody else wanted to take that risk. See who wins the race off pit road. Seeing some trucks take tires here. Quite a few trucks taking tires. Dalton Hayes down and away 2 tires for the 47. Everybody else 4 tires. It's like Blake getting the fenders pulled out, doesn't want to use his fast repair still. He thinks they're going to wreck again, I guess. Nose gets pulled out. Edwards saving fuel down on the apron. Let's go forward to see if he's shutting the truck off. Yeah, you hear it's turned off. Clutched in at least, then he just pulled out. Gets it up to speed, clutches it in. Coasting down the stretch.
I like boobies.
Edwards the only one that did not take gas. He is not good for another green white checker. He is hoping it is one attempt. Light's still on the pace car, so I think we get one extra lap here. So light should go out this time by. TJ Floyd gets his lap back. On the lead lap. Full tank of gas, 4 fresh tires. He'll rejoin the action in 11th place. Finally able to pass and race for real. Spent a lot of that race kind of out of it. Giglio in the 10th spot. He pulled the fenders out on that truck 39 seconds to make sure the tires weren't rubbing. Andrew Beach and Daniel Wallen, all that pushing they did to try and stay on the lead lap has paid off. And they rejoin the field 8th and 9th. 4 fresh tires, full tank of gas. They're good to go to the end. And we should see the lights on the pace car turn out right here. There you go. So it'll be 1 extra lap in this race if they make it to the white flag. Everyone gets where they're supposed to be, inside, outside. Eventually TJ Floyd will catch up. That's why there are only 10 trucks. TJ's not there. Mikey's still trying to save that gas, taking that shortest way around down on the flat. See if he can parlay his fuel gamble into a win. He's got the time to start really well with Ethan if it's going to work out. But Ethan, I think, is in a voice chat with the other trucks of Trenton Sneed and company. Yeah, so Eaton's with Trenton, Beach, Dalton, Hayes, and Mullins. Mikey has got Scherer and Lawrence on his call. So Mikey, no teammates till you get back to that white truck on the inside line, or the black and blue third truck in line outside lane. They are 6th and 7th. Just about everybody between him and his teammates are on the other call. It's 5 versus 3 basically. And you got 3 independents. Mikey once again trying to save that fuel one more time. Got to make it 2 more laps. His pace car heads off. And he's got to save. It's been 23 laps to see pit. Green white checker attempt number 1 of a possible 3. Evers pushing Edwards through the tri-oval. Starting to roll into the throttle slow, and green flag back out in the air. Green white checker attempt overtime. Here we go. Does the 14 have enough fuel? Can they make a run? Trenton's giving Dalton a really good push here. Outside lane going to have some pretty good momentum when they get out of 2. There they come. Trenton pushing the heck out of Dalton. Beach going to move up to the top line. Neck and neck heading into turn 3. Beach and Daniel and Blake have gone to the top to make it a 3-wide battle. Out of the tri-oval. Looks like we're going to get that white flag. Final lap of the race, no matter what happens from here. Dalton and Trenton all the way to the top in front of Andrew Beach. They shuffle out Scherer. Scherer stuck in the middle. He's trying to pull back that outside lane. Pretty good job of it. Ethan's going to pop out. Jake Lawrence is going to get spun to the inside. Mikey's got no help. Ethan Evers has Cliff Mullins. Jake destroys the wall in the background. Ethan Evers takes the lead. Mullins now second. Ethan going to drop down and block the 47. Mikey getting pushed from 16. Cliff Mullins is up there. Here comes Trenton through the middle. Trenton going to drop down behind Dalton Hayes' truck. Dalton has the option to move to the outside on Ethan. He's going to take it. He's going to go to the inside. Trenton's going to try and get in behind him and push him. Going through the tri-oval. Ethan Evers has no help. Dalton Hayes in the 47 truck. Getting the nose out in front. Trenton's getting turned. Oh, they're wadding him up, and Dalton Hayes is your winner. Ethan Evers second. Who the hell knows? Third on back. Dalton Hayes in the 47. Getting paid back for all the pushes that he pushed his team to a win. He gets one back here. Dalton Hayes picking up the win in the 47 tied ride. Let's go bring him in. Dalton Hayes, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Looks like your team finally paid you back and pushed you out to a win. How good does that feel?
It feels really good, but I just hate that it came at the expense of me accidentally turning Jeremy there.
Well, we get the victory here at Talladega Superspeedway. Got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us for your victory?
Of course, C2X, this season's been a lot of fun with them. Trenton and the guys, they've been telling me that they're going to get me back, and they finally did. It was a little hectic there, but it was kind of crazy.
10-4, congrats on the win. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you soon.
But shout out to Golden Eagle for everything that they've done for this league and series. I am very upset that this league is going away. Maybe we'll try and figure something out to keep her going. But shout out to Golden Eagle, of course, and shout out to you for putting the broadcast on. And shout out to Trenton for paying me back and helping me get that win finally.
And 4, see you next week. Ethan, DG, you got a copy?
Yo, what's up?
Well, we brought it home there in P2. Kind of wild finish there, but hey, P2's still pretty good. You got the, any idea how that race unfolded? How'd you end up P2?
Yeah, so Trenton then moved to the top side to hopefully sustain a run, but then it kind of slowed him down jumping up. So that allowed the middle to be open. Cliff and I took the middle, went around Mike, and then I just went where I thought runs were going to be at. I knew Dalton was going to make a pass at me. I blocked him once. I wasn't going to do it a second time just because these cars aren't that stable, so I would have died.
10-4, we brought it home P2. Congrats on that. And you got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for your P2 there?
Yeah, shout out to Budweiser on the car. Shout out to C2X for letting me hang out with them. Good win, good team win. They had great plan going into this thing, and I still believe Trenton has it locked up no matter what they say.
And 4, well, congrats on that P2. Get on out of here, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yep, thanks, man.
Ethan Evers bringing it home in second tonight, and we'll go bring in Cliff Mullins. Cliff, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we brought it home third tonight. Looked like you had a shot at it, but still third's pretty good as they all wrecked like hell coming back to the line. What was that finish like there?
I thought I was going to finish about 8th right there. I jumped up there to the top. Gave him a shot to get down. I think I pushed Ethan right there a little bit, and then I kind of got hung out right there and taking 3 wide. Didn't really have a shot at it, and then next thing I know, everybody's wrecking everywhere, and I get tagged in the left rear. Ended up finishing the damn thing backwards somehow. Ended up third.
Congrats on that third place finish, and podium's always a good time. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for that third?
Yeah, got to thank Curly's Guns and More, Pinnacle Trailer Sales, Adam with AC Racing Graphics. Let's see, Midnight Performance, all the guys at C2X. Glad to see Dalton finally get one. Ethan for being in there with us and being more of a teammate than Hayden Lowell is. And Jaron, Emily, and Alicia, love you guys. Gotta get ready to. I'm gonna eat me some damn Chick-fil-A, and then I'm gonna get into bed so I can go to South Boston tomorrow.
10-4. Good luck in the real world tomorrow, and we'll see you back here next week.
Yep, thank you, man.
Later. Cliff Mullins brings it home P3. It was technically 1, 2, 3 for C2X, even though Ethan's not really actually a team member. He was a de facto team member tonight, and all in the same call. Those 3 go 1, 2, 3. So congrats to the team on that. Hope everyone enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Look at our final results so we can get on out of here. We have as your race winner Dalton Hayes, and Ethan Evers, Cliff Mullins, TJ Floyd, Blake Giglio, Mike Edwards, Daniel Wall, and Trenton Steed, Jeremy Sherrod, Andrew Beach. And the final page, Jake Lawrence, Dave Hoytsma, Lucas Hoytsma, and Davis Greenwell never got his truck out on the racetrack. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week for the championship, which Trenton has a commanding lead on. So we'll see if Trenton can wrap it up and bring home another championship in the Superspeedway Series. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we will see you next week. wraps up the YouTube. Some music on, chill out.